Did you have a question?
Yes, I did. Do you have a favorite person from history?
Would I have a favorite person from history?
Yeah, and could you tell us a little bit about that person?
Well, the person who inspired me really to get into doing Black women's history, I love that question, was Mariah Stewart, and she's a Boston woman. I went to divinity school at Yale right after I finished college, and really thought, I don't know what I thought I was going to do. I didn't think I was going to be an academic historian, I can tell you that, Sophia. So, but one of the classes that we have to take is a survey of American religious history. And so part of what we had to do in that class was to use archival documents. That was really my first time being in an archive, and to tell the story of someone from American religious history, and kind of how that intervened into what we were learning in the class. And so I went to the Beinecke Library, which is this rare book library, and I found the story of Mariah Stewart, who was the first US-born woman of any race to make public speeches before mixed audiences of men and women, which was very controversial in 1831. And she spoke about abolition, she spoke about women's rights, she also spoke about religion. And that was so inspiring to me. So to see this young woman who stood up in 1831, she had recently been widowed. She was kind of out of money as a result. She didn't know what was going to happen next in her life. But this was the decision she made, that she felt she had to stand up for what she decided was a cause that God had called her to, which was to speak out on behalf of her people, who she believed to be Black women, right? And to encourage them to stand up for themselves and to defend their rights. And so she really was the inspiration behind me just wanting to know more and wondering, why was it that all of this time growing up, of course I knew about the civil rights movement and some of the leaders of the 1960s, but why didn't I know about this long history of Black religious women who were super invested in political change? Why didn't I know these stories? And so that really inspired me to start this work, and of course brought me to New England, because she did her work in Boston mostly. She was born in Hartford, Connecticut, but mostly did her work in Boston. And so she's the one who kind of brought me back to Boston to continue this work. So yeah, I love that question. Thank you, Sophia.